Italy is beautiful. The food is so delicious, it's really hard to forget. Views are mesmerizing, and it is so hard not to want to come back to Italy after your vacation. So a thought is that maybe I should relocate to Italy. Maybe my home is there. To understand whether Italy is just a happy vacation place or your future place where you find your forever home, you have to travel there first. And the great thing I would love to talk about in Italy and about Italians, maybe some little tea here. The day this film was filmed was Sunday, and it was so hard to find the taxi, and of course the bus didn't come, so what to do? The airport is so small, and it was literally like one plane arrived at the time, and I would say around half of the plane didn't think twice and just grabbed their luggage and went straight into the city center. This is not so far away, a couple of kilometers, but I'm so grateful for such experience because I was able to understand the core thing about Italy, how real people live in Italy. For me, that is the most important question in every travel to every country. I want to live like a local. I want to eat while locals eat. And I'm really hoping to share with you at least one place where locals grab the food in this video, so stay tuned. Maybe we will find it. And what's more important for me is to understand the vibe of the city and the vibe of the country. And although I love Italy with all my heart, I'm dreaming to come back to Italy as many times as I possibly can every single year. You see here and there all those beautiful buildings where locals really live. And you know that the sea is very close and it should not be that greeny. And the greenery is everywhere, on the balconies, on the streets, and all of those beautiful trees. I would say that most of them, I don't even know what are their names. Palm trees, I get it. Frail green trees, okay, but all that greenery is so rich, so beautiful. I love this. Giro d'Italia is one thing you would love or hate. This is truly love or hate relationship. I don't know how to explain this, but if you really want to experience Italy from the bird's eye, from the helicopter view, watch every single possible Giro d'Italia you can. Unfortunately, on Euronews, they do not store Giro d'Italia for all of the years like it was prior. So you have possibility to watch, I believe, last of 2 Giro d'Italia. So if you have another opportunities, write them in the comments. I would really love to purchase an access to such TV provider, because that is so important to understand what the real country looks like when you are just thinking, I want to travel here, I want to live there. And I really fell in love with another and very different Italy when I was watching Giro d'Italia. And this year, Giro d'Italia was really close to Parma. And if you see the road maps from year to year, you'll see that a lot of cities are there on the route. So if you want to experience both Italy and Giro d'Italia, come at that season. That is just twice happiness in your pocket. real, how do Italians live? That is a tricky question because when you're experiencing a country as a tourist, everything feels really 100% better than it is. And I would tell you how do Italians live from my experience, what I've seen. And as I love Italy with all of my heart, of course you will not hear that much of a shady side or something which is bad, because for me that side is there in every single country. We all know all those problems. I just want to concentrate my mind on things I really love about Italy and Italian lifestyle. You know that lots of tourists say, oh, I don't love those kind of like siesta hours when something is not working, but for real, if you've seen such tags, you know that they're working for 5 hours, then they do have those 2 hours when they are not working, and then again 5 hours of work. So it is kind of like from the people's Italians perspective, it is really hard because like your working hours aren't 9 hours, it's actually 12 or even more. But those 2 hours, I believe those are really great from workers' perspective because the bank is working at that exact same hours. You can get groceries, you can go home and have a midnight sleep or prepare dinner or lunch. And that is so beautiful if you can use those hours when it's literally daylight. That is beautiful thing. And when we'll see, and the thing that I love about Italians and how to live is that openness and lightness and happiness. Of course, every single person has their own problems, own thoughts, and when you're traveling, things are better than they are for real, but you can really love products from a country as they do. I went to Lidl and literally 90% of the products there were from Italy. That is so great. And that is everywhere. Italian products, which Italians love. Italian cars, which Italians ride. And those little things, they're almost invisible, but so pure and beautiful. What about walking through Italian streets? That is one another tricky thing, because when you're walking, when you think that you've had enough and you are tired as hell, just remember that the last or your future trip to Italy, you will be walking at least 15,000 steps per day. And that is if and only you are trying to walk as little as possible. For me in Rome, it was like around 30,000 of steps. I mean, why? Because sometimes the bus isn't coming. It should have been here, right down this bus stop. It's not there. And sometimes the price for the taxi is insane. And my thought is always like this: I'm here just for a couple of days. I need to see everything. And from this point of view, walking sounds like a good idea, but at the end of the day, just be ready to use all the stretching exercises for legs, for your back. Just have those things in mind, because you may struggle. You may have literally to have vacation after vacation just to relax a little bit. But if we are honest, Italian streets is something from the other life. I mean, it is so peaceful walking through Italian streets, even though that is Italy, when you understand that renovations are needed. You will have the best time. You can always have little stops here and there to have a coffee or something sweet, or to have your dinner, or just to try something you haven't seen before. And overall, if we are not talking about sea and streets close to the sea, walking through Italian streets is itinerary itself. Coffee for breakfast. Is it true or false that Italians are having coffee for breakfast? I mean, if that is the only way to identify yourself as an Italian, I'm Italian. I mean, I also do have coffee for breakfast. But when you're thinking about coffee for breakfast, and what I see that in Italy is a little bit different. If you are just having some steps out of the beaten track, out of the tourist traps, out of the most crowded streets, and go to little bakeries, you will see, starting from 6 a.m., probably till 11 a.m., crowds of people. Italians are just walking into the little shop, little bakery. They are having their coffee on the go, on the legs. Sometimes they're eating something sweet or sour, just like that. Sometimes they're taking their food and having it on the go, but you have to experience it. This happened to me in Catania, and it will be in another video, future on this channel. So a little bit of that vibe I will show you in the next video. And that is the experience I highly recommend to try. And when you ask me, Lucy, what about the breakfast? What is different? Breakfast is important, we all know that, but Italians do this again different. If you try to find any type of vegetable somewhere, I'm not talking about very touristic hotels, Italians will look at you with very weird look, and if they're speaking English, they would say something to you like, "Vegetables for breakfast? Are you insane?" And that was very unexpected thing for me to understand and experience, because Italians, they don't know that vegetables are for breakfast. All the fruit could be there for breakfast. And that is a very unexpected thing to experience. And most of Italian breakfasts, they would be sweet. Of course, sometimes there would be some dough with vegetables, like spinach could be. But most often you will have a croissant, coffee, water, something again sweet, little yogurt, and a glass of fruit juice, not vegetable juice. Little walk through seashore, let it be very peaceful, very light-minded. I just want you to have a little glance what is going on there. If you're already planning your trip, let's go. What about beaches? That is the beautiful place to spend your vacation or to relocate to, because beaches are everywhere. Those are dozens and dozens of kilometers of beaches. And it doesn't have to end exactly, because yes, maybe the beach will end, but then there would be another beach, but it would belong to another city. So that is an endless coast, an endless sea line, and that is one of a kind experience. It is in lots of cities in Italy. You can have this sea to the horizon and the beach to the horizon, and I love it. What is the best time to visit? That is a question I believe every single person has their own answer to. I'll talk from my experience and from my way to tolerate temperatures. I am not hot weather person, so I would say that for me bearable temperature would be the first half of June, and from my point of view, April to May and September and October are gold season to visit any place in Italy. And if you love hot weather, summer is for you. Of course, day vacations, sometimes you cannot negotiate them, so don't hesitate, just be ready, stay hydrated, and walk a little bit less when it's like a lot of degrees outside.
Told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave. Had to find a way to change. Had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong, what fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. And if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't have to plan it, I can go change my fate. You won't understand it, all alone, that's okay. People I can't stand them, they don't want me to change. Keep me where I'm standing, and I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself.
make it pop like this, make it not like this, make it drop.
That is time when I went to another city from Parma. We'll talk about the city a little bit later in this video. And you have to have some transportation. I really love trains. Trains is a type of transportation I admire, and if you're watching any other videos on this channel, you know that. And trains and train stations in Italy, they are great. Of course, summer here and there would be crowded, but it's season, especially in, about which cities we are talking about. But in Parma, this is peaceful, and what's important for me are the prices. And if you compare prices for buses and trains, they're somewhat the same. Sometimes there could be a fee 1 or 2 euros if you buy a ticket in the ticket office exactly. Sometimes it's like in Rome, it would be a couple euros less if you buy your ticket exactly on the train station. But most often, like an hour ride by bus or train would be around 5 euros. So it could be a little bit less or a couple euros more. And I find this very beautiful because you can plan your vacation easily. You can check those rides or those times easily in the internet, both for trains and buses, and just enjoy more cities on the go and even visit 2 cities in one day, which is great if you have very short vacation and you don't want to spend hundreds of euros for taxi. And we arrived to Collecchio, Italy. That is a small town. We will not walk a lot around here and there in the city. Why we came to Collecchio? In every single little holiday, I love to experience the city and the country as a local. And what could be more authentic than a market? And in Collecchio, it is a farmer's market with the best food. It doesn't happen in every single market that I want to buy everything. Like, I want to buy everything everywhere because I love Italy. But this farmer's market is different. It's so beautiful. Everything looks so yummy. And I have to admit, I bought all my groceries, which I brought with me to home here at this farmer's market. And if you're still here and watching this video, remember that there are a lot of videos from Italy on this channel and will be more. I'm looking for my happy planet here. I hope that one day I will find it. Hope you have your own happy planet, or just looking as me for a new or one more happy place on this earth. Having an opportunity to travel is an honor, and to be able to show the life in little beautiful places on this earth as it is a privilege. See you in the videos.